What is going on, people? Look here. If you think that you're safe at whatever might you're in, you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. So 649 got the LH treatment, meaning that they started doing 60, 70 rallies. I don't know exactly how many it was, but I did see that it was about 60 to 70 each round. And they pretty much had everybody shielding around them, whether you were a billion, 1.5 billion, your gear didn't matter. Yeah, it was that kind of party. As you can tell, like, look, this is supposed to be the wonder battles, right? Like, yeah, you can even see the grass. So you got people in the 1.5 billion with this kind of gear shielding because they knew better. So yeah, that goes to show you the power of these rallies. Also, one thing I did notice is that it seems like most of these rallies were T4, T2 rallies. So it wasn't all all full T4. So even if like a whole round of 60, 70 rallies doesn't do like a crazy amount of damage, they weren't losing as many troops as you might imagine that they were. So here's the next target, almost 1.8 billion might. Gear that's pretty much the best you can get outside of champion gear, and it looks like the guy was online. So yeah, you would think, okay, 1.8 billion online, amazing mythic gear, 3 mythic cups, like this ain't gonna end well for them, right? Well, yeah, that's what I was originally thinking as well, because it's one thing if these targets are offline, but after so many shields, I think I was following this for a good 30 to 50 minutes of everybody just shielding. And eventually they probably just say, okay, you know what? Let's just find somebody that's willing to take these rallies. And for that, you needed to go a bit of a jump in might in order for people to be like, okay, well, let me try to take this. So Destruction looks like he was the first one that said, okay, well, let me go ahead and try to take this. I'm not really sure if he got many reinforcements, because I mean, how many people can actually reinforce? I saw here that Q at least reinforced, but as far as how many did he get full reinforcements, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I don't think it matters that much when you're talking 60 to 70 rallies anyway. It'll matter for the first few, but after that, like, So anyway, as I was trying to keep this going, right, I'm trying to see what's going on. I think what they were trying to do is trying to send him leaders, and here comes all the rallies, right? So I'm trying to keep track of it, and the game just literally freezes. I'm like, what just happened? You guys saw that, right? Like, there was no hiccup in the recording, nothing. That was literally how I looked at it. I tried to click, the game completely froze up on me, and then next thing I knew, well, he was gone. So I'm like, well, where is he? He started at almost 1.8. Now he's down to below 1.4. And he burned because he only took, from what I understand, is he only took about 43 rallies. Now, granted, right? Granted. Only took 42 rallies sounds extremely stupid to say. Because if you can take 42 plus rallies, well, damn, kudos to you. But when you have 70 on you, that's a whole different story, right? So yeah, he started at around 1.8 and ended at about 1.4. Now, he probably got a decent amount of kills. If you go back in the video, you probably see a decent amount of kills. And actually, I just went back and looked at it myself, and he gained a good, about 100 million kills or so. So yeah, he got kills, but at the same time, he also dropped about 400 million might in a blink of a second. Like literally, like it literally blinked, and then he had dropped 400 million might. So a lot of times you gotta answer, okay, can I take these rallies? And if you can take these rallies, do you want to? Do you want to? Now, here's where I thought, like, okay, they're getting a little crazy. It looks like they're trying to go for Q the Sun here. Now, this is a completely different animal, because the last guy was a pretty strong mythic non-champion player, right? But this guy is a maxed out champion player, all mythic, at 2.1 billion might online. Now, this is a completely different animal, and you see the rallies coming in here, and he drops. He's dropping. Okay, he lost a good amount of troops there. I think he dropped about 250 or so million might. Now, considering that this is an online Mythic champion maxed account, that's a damn good amount of damage, even if it was at the expense of 60 plus rallies. But okay, now the ones that are coming in at the last second, I don't know what happened there, but you're a little late. At this point, you're not gonna really do any damage. But think about it. Online Mythic maxed out champion at 2.1 billion might, and the first wave knocks him off almost 300 million might. Now, if you know, okay, there's another rally here that came in like 100 million minutes later. But yeah, if you know, that means that this guy's troop comp is getting a little bit withered, and eventually, after maybe another round, he's not gonna be able to take another, because if you have infantry, cavalry, and range, once one of those is gone, there's going to be a specific rally that's going to be hurting you way more than you want it to. So for instance, if your infantry is gone and you only have cavalry and range, every range rally is going to hit you really, really hard. Now, you might still cap them, but the damage they're going to do is going to be pretty bad. So I think he thought about that, and he ported away to kind of buy himself some more time. Maybe throw off their timing a little bit more, etc. Maybe even get some reinforcements. And I started to think, okay, he's in DMJ. Who is in that guild that could even think about reinforcing? Because we just saw a 1.8 billion might, super nice mythic gear burn. So who can actually reinforce them? So we got 1, 2, possibly a couple of people that can reinforce them and get into Fury without any sort of actual worry. But outside of that, like, that would be kind of interesting. So yeah, here comes the second round. It looks like he's ready for it, and I'm trying to get ready for it. He also got that Bee Stinger, which drops his army attack by 15%, which is very, very helpful. And it seems like he also capped a lot of those leaders. Look at, they're just zooming in. I've never seen Rallies zoom in like that. Look. It just looks like they're 20 at a time landing at the same time. And oh my god, he is down to, let's see, last I saw was 1684. So remember, he started at around 2.1. So he's lost roughly about 500 million might. Let that sink in, okay? He's lost about 500 million might. And I'm sure that he was probably healing in between as well. So this is just insane. Like, if you have LH in your kingdom, you might as well just shield, because that is just an insane amount of rallies. And even if you're a mythic champ, all of that going for you. Look, if he was not online, all they needed was 15 minutes to zero him, or at least to burn him. Because now at 1682, that means that at least one of his front line is either completely gone, or there is just none of. So he's not going to be able to take another wave. Like, no matter how you slice it, even though he could probably take a couple, 70 more rallies, it's just not going to cut it. He will most likely burn. So I think that he figured, he knows his limits. He's already taken a good 110, 120 rallies. And I think he decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take these leaders and migrate out. That's exactly what he did. He migrated out. But stupid old me, I was like, oh, did he port? Okay. And then I started noticing that rallies were canceled. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he didn't port. So maybe he migrated. So I'm thinking, okay, let me go ahead and look for him. Also, there's Hashish. Appreciate you for letting me know about the rallies, by the way. He's the one that hit me up online chat to tell me all about it. But I started to look, okay, so let me see, where did he go? Okay, where did he go? There he is. So I take a look, I'm like, it doesn't really tell me his kingdom. And then I realized, oh wait, if it doesn't tell me his kingdom, that's because he's in my kingdom. So he migrated over to my kingdom at 1.682 my listen, I was like, oh my god. And apparently, we did get a scout off, and he did not have any range left. So it looks like he was taking those rallies in range phalanx, and he only had infantry and cavalry left. So that's why he migrated. It was smart. Every single cavalry rally was going to hurt him for quite a bit. So it was smart of him to migrate out and, yeah, live to tell another tale. And not burn, because you know people care about not showing their burning castle. So shout outs to Q, man. He took that like the champ that he is. And here's a little compilation of all the rallies. Yeah, it was a lot. Let's just say that it was a lot of freaking rallies. And I'm pretty certain that if he was not a mythic champion online maxed out account type of player, any other one would have burned with that first volley. Not even the second one. With that first one, they would have burned. So yeah, this is a lesson to all of you. Being a Billy Might doesn't really mean much anymore. Hell, being 1.3, 1.4 Billy Might doesn't really matter anymore. It just depends on how many rallies are on you and how quickly can you get online to shield. Because good lord, look, it just continues. It just continues. But yeah. Appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that like button, hit all the buttons. I don't know, all the buttons. And appreciate you guys for watching. And until later, bye.